friends, let's study about the blood groups today. This is one of the important topic in world blood physiology and competency for the today's classes. List the blood group systems and describe the ABO system, RS system and state the Landstein's law and describe the mode of inheritance of the blood groups, and we will discuss some examples and discuss the importance of the blood groups. Firstly, we will go with the blood group systems. By this time, we know that there are more than 30 blood group system consisting of 400 different antigens for this blood group systems. But we will focus mainly on the important ones. The some of the important blood group systems are ABO, RH, MNS, Lewis, Duffy, Kell, P and the Lutheran. Among these, ABO and RH are mainly for the blood transfusion. MNS, Lewis, Duffy, Kell, P and the Lutheran have medical and the medico-legal importance. Before moving further, we need to understand two terms, agglutinogens and the agglutinins. What you need to do here is that just remove the gen from the agglutinogen, just write it gen, and before that just add the prefix anti. So agglutinogen is an antigen for the blood group system. In simple words, it is a blood group antigen, and agglutinin is antibodies against this blood group antigens. It is very simple. You need to know agglu and then the gen part. So agglutinogen and the agglutinin, where they are present. Agglutinogens, these are the antigens. These are the present mainly on the RBC surfaces. So here I have drawn some antigens. These are the agglutinogens, and agglutinins are the antibodies. So of course they are present in the plasma. First you need to make sure that you know these two terms, then only it will be easy for you to understand further. Based on this these terms, so now we can able to understand this Landstein's law. This Landsteiner law has two parts. The first part states that if a particular agglutinogen is present in the red cell membrane, on the red cell membrane of an individual, the corresponding agglutinin must be absent in the plasma. I will make it very simple. Draw an RBC, consider this is an RBC, and here antigen A is present. What they are telling is that the antibody against this antigen, that is anti-A antibody, is absent in the plasma. It is very simple, right? Because it's a common sense. If antigen is also present, antibody is also present, there occurs the reaction and the hemolysis. So the corresponding antibody must be absent in the plasma. What the second statement says? It states that conversely, if the agglutinogen is absent on the red cell membrane, the corresponding agglutinin must be present in the plasma. Again we will move to the same RBC that we know. We have antigen A, but we don't have antigen B. This is antigen B. So we don't have antigen B. But the corresponding antibody, that is anti-B antibody will be present in the plasma. So we will make it as a little dull so we can discuss it very clearly. Here the antigen A is present, but anti-A antibody will be absent. Anti-B antigen is absent, so the corresponding antibody is present. It feels little confusing now, but once we discuss the blood group, then it will be clarified without any difficulties. But the second statement, that is this B thing, this doesn't hold good for the different types of system. This will be understood in the RH incompatibility perfectly. Now it will be confusing. Again the same thing, this law holds good for ABO system, but the second part of the law doesn't apply for the RH and some other systems. The main thing that in the class, that is ABO system. This is very important. We must understand this ABO system. We have some knowledge about this earlier, but still we will go in deep to understand it better. In this system, we have two antigens, antigen A and the antigen B. To produce these antigens, the genes are located on the chromosome number 9, and different types of blood groups are present in the ABO system. These are mainly four: group A, B, AB and the O. These are the four possible groups. In group A, in blood group A, the antigen A is present. In B, antigen B is present. In AB, both antigen A and B are present. But in O, both are absent. Antigen A as well as antigen B are absent. The possible population distribution is, for A it is around 27%, and for B 31, and for AB it is 8%, and for O 34. So most of the people are don't have antigen A and B, because 34% of the population is group O, blood group O. Let's discuss about the antibodies. So two antigens, for those two antigens we require two antibodies, or naturally there are two antibodies for those two antigens, anti-A and the anti-B antibodies. These are the naturally occurring. What it means? Means that they are present in the plasma without any previous exposure. Means if A blood group if A antigen is present, the anti-B antibody will be present in plasma without any exposure of the B blood group. Means they are synthesized by the blood without any exposure of the antigens. These antibodies are of IgM type. Means this IgM is a huge molecule, so it doesn't cross the placenta. So whenever there is different blood group of the mother and the fetus, there is no complications usually, because IgM doesn't cross the placenta. It's very simple. And in this table is very important, because this table helps you to understand the Landsteiner's law better. Before understanding Landsteiner's law, you can understand this table. It is better because we will get more clarity. Let's discuss. For blood groups A, B, AB and the O. In A blood group, I am discussing along with the Landsteiner's law. Just give some concentration. The antigen A is present, so the corresponding antibody will be absent. So anti-A antibody will not be present. And in A blood group, antigen B is absent, so the corresponding antibody must be present. So there is anti-B antibody. In blood group B, there is B antigen, so the corresponding antibody, that is anti-B antibody, will be absent, and the antigen A is absent in B blood group, so the corresponding antibody will be present, that is anti-A. In AB blood group, we have antigen A and B both, so there are no antibodies. And in blood group O, there are no antigens, so both antibodies are present. It's very simple. The mode of inheritance. Autosomal dominant. The ABO system is autosomal dominant type of inheritance. There are mainly three types of genes, A, B and the O. So we have two chromosomes but three genes. So the possible genotypes are OA, OO, OB, AA, BB and the AB. So you can write here OO, OA, different things. Okay. The blood groups and the genotypes. This blood group is nothing but phenotype, because this is the expressed thing in the blood. blood group A we have two possible genotypes, AA and the AO. In blood group B we have two possible genotypes, again BB and the BO, also you can call it as OB. There is nothing problem in that. And in AB, of course, A and B either paternal or the maternal chromosome, and in blood group O, OO genes, means there are no antigen making genes present on the chromosomes. Now this is over. Let's discuss about the RH system. This is the second most important system, and RH refers to the rhesus monkey. Because of rhesus monkey, this system is came into existence. Sorry, not exactly came into existence, but we came to know about the RH system after some experiment with the rhesus monkey. Actually, there is experiment is there, but I am not going to discuss here. We have different we have only one different antigens actually present. These are 6 antigens. Among them, D is having the most immunological activity. The 6 antigens are C, capital C, D, E, and small c, D, and the E. And there are no naturally occurring antibodies. What does that mean? If the statement is no naturally occurring antibodies, means the antibodies in the plasma are not secreted by the cells without any exposure, because we need exposure to synthesize the uh, antibodies. So if Rh positive person or the Rh antigen is exposed into different types of individual who have Rh negative, means who don't have the antigen, then the antibody is secreted and they are not present primarily in the plasma. We have to one more thing, to code the antigens. The gene is located on the chromosome number 1. We have two blood groups, of course Rh positive and the Rh negative. We are taking only D, so D antigen is present in the Rh positive and D antigen is absent in the Rh negative individuals. Population distribution, most of them are Rh positive because 95 to 98% are Rh positive in the Indian population, and the rest 2 to 5% are Rh negative. Mode of inheritance, this is also autosomal dominant. The possible genotypes are D, capital D, capital D, and the capital D small d in the Rh positive individuals, and the homozygous condition, that is small d, in Rh negative individuals. Let's write the chart to understand these possible outcomes for ABO system and the Rh system. Firstly, we will go through the ABO system. We will take the red ink. Okay. Here the father and the mother. We will make father as heterozygous, so we will write it as AO, and mother as AB. Let's check the possible gametes, A and O and A and B. Let's fuse these eggs, A, then A, B, O, A, and then O, B. So A positive are this one and this one, so 50%, and then AB 25%, then B is 25%. Then this is about the ABO system. And for Rh system, again the same. Again we will make the father as heterozygous, no need to be worried, and mother as homozygous for Rh negative. Then the gametes are D, sorry my stylus is not working, okay, D and small d, small d, small d. Okay, we can write only one, still okay, no problem. Let's fuse this. What happened to my stylus? Capital D, small d, capital D, capital D, small d, small d, small d, and then small d. Okay, something happened to my stylus. Small d, small d. So RH positive are two individuals, this one, and then negative, this two. So 50%, and RH negative again 50%. So this is actually a fun. You can try this in your family itself and check the different possibilities, and you will get to know about the possible outcomes. And if you know your girlfriend's blood group, then you can verify for your children's. Importance of the blood groups. Okay, we will change the color. Importance of the blood groups. The main thing we require this for the blood transfusion. This is the most topmost priority. After that, we can we can study the basis for understanding the hemolytic disease of the newborns and autoimmune hemolytic anemias. The hemolytic disease of a newborn. The example is erythroblastosis fetalis in Rh incompatibility, and it is also helpful in the disputed paternity and the maternity. We can't exactly point out who is the mother or the father, but we can exactly rule out the father or the mother possibilities in disputed paternity or the maternity. These blood group antigens play a critical role in susceptibility to different infections like malaria, malarial parasites, bacteria and viruses. I am not going in that much detail, but this is about the disease susceptibility. I think video is huge but still funny. This was the end of the video. If you have any doubt, please drop down them in the comment box, and if you have any doubt, you can also mail me. Stay well, study well.